Hello and welcome back. Well, maybe welcome for the first time. This is the second attempt that I am streaming of trying to complete a full playthrough of Terra Invicta. This time I'm going to play a little bit more meta. I've also done a little bit of pre-work and research on ship stuff. So hopefully we'll make some viable ships that aren't just flying bricks that can actually, chase the aliens this time. So if you're watching on YouTube, this was live streamed to Twitch under the username Willcall. If you're watching on Twitch and you want to see the VODs later after they come down off of Twitch, they'll be uploaded to Willcall 100. I am recording this locally, so the YouTube recording should be a little bit more reliable of quality, although I will probably compress it down to 30 frames per second, so it'll be a little bit lower frames. But yeah, it'll probably be 1080p on YouTube. So we're going to do Terra Invicta. I'm probably going to go ahead and stick with the standard campaign here. Modern scenario, full solar system, 8 factions, basically your default one. We'll even keep it fairly simple, stick to the resistance. I will pop up the examples from, or pop up the game campaign options. Most of these options, if you change them, will disable some of the achievements. As such, we won't actually do that. We'll just go ahead and show you. I'm going to go by the default ones this time. One of the defaults is fellow citizen counselor, so it will assign, using your regional settings, a counselor from the country that you're from to your council when you're 2 starting councils. We're going to otherwise run them from defaults instead of picking the first couple. They may not hang around, we shall see, but we'll have the random from defaults. Variable project unlocks. The only thing I might turn it on is... that turns off the achievements, so we'll leave that off then. I happen to be from the United States, so I know it'll be a United States Councilor. Depending upon where you are in the world, you might want to toggle this on or off. Depending upon the strat you're going to do. I'm going to do an America strat, so this is fine. I think the long camp is the default one. So let's go ahead and get the game started as the Resistance 2. This one I'm going to try to play a little bit more meta than the last one, though I'd probably argue from what I now understand since then, what I did that screwed up the last one wasn't on Earth, but rather in space. And probably what I did on Earth probably would have been good enough to make the space work had I played the space a bit more meta. We're going to play a little bit more meta on Earth just so we can get to the space quicker, and so that we can hopefully get something that works in space that's a little bit more meta.
We remember the day the stars answered, the day we learned we were not alone. As a familiar sun rose on an unfamiliar universe, some of us saw wondrous possibility, and others existential danger. The astronomers had insisted that the bright streak in the sky was no natural phenomenon. Most of us didn't really believe them until it burned through our atmosphere and crashed in a remote region, leaving only wreckage and uncertainty. In our ignorance, we fractured, taking refuge in our most primal emotions. Each of us saw what we wanted to see. Everyone loves heroes, depends on them, to save us from evil, lead us through darkness. Problem is, real heroes are always ignored. What no one understands is that being shot at is easy. The hard part is convincing someone they're drowning before it's too damn late.
Okay, so that's the intro video. There's a slightly different intro video for each of the 8 different 7 or 8? Forget how many factions. For each of the different factions. That's the Resistance one, that's sort of the default one. And they vary a little bit depending upon your faction is happy the aliens are showing up, worried about the aliens showing up, want to take economic advantage about the aliens, that sort of stuff. But that's the Resistance 1, where they're alien skeptic. They're worried the aliens are here for nefarious reasons, which, to be fair, they happen to be here for nefarious reasons. We got a UFO crash on Earth. So the first UFO is in the Shenyang region in China.
Greetings, Commander.
There we go. Shenyang. Yeah. Not that being featured the Shenzhen area, which is down in Gangzhou over here. Shenyang. Okay, so there's where the crash is. So that means, at least early game, if we're going for sort of America-centric start, which is the plan, we won't have to deal very much with that alien. Before we get into it too far, let's look at our counselors. We have an American attorney with advise. I think most of them advise. Okay. Control Nation, Turn Counselor, Inspire. Notably missing is public campaigning there for a persuasion type character. Has Crackdown and Purge. Though, bad espionage. So not as has Purge, but not going to be good at it. Has decent admin as well. Affluent, so a little bit of money. We can probably make do without that, but we've got it. Extra income. And a little bit easier to be detected. Okay, so that's interesting. When being detected. So these partially cancel each other out. Bonus security went in home nation, so bonus security when they're in America. And a little bit extra investigation. And plus government priority for, trying to fix that America. We'll see. Maybe we hold on this person, maybe we don't. Again, noticeably missing is no public campaign. So probably from orgs we'll be looking for some public campaign for her. None of these initial ones have that. Next counselor is a politician from India. Government politician from India. Okay. Has public campaign, so we at least have someone with public campaign. Also has Crackdown and Purge. So if anything, we've got a little bit too much Crackdown and Purge. This one's a little bit better at Purge than Crackdown. So if we're to keep these guys around specifically for investigate espionage, this would probably be the one we do for Purge, the other one we do for Crackdown. Though I tend to prefer having my Purge also be on someone who has Assassinate, which neither of them do. Again, Control Nation Public Campaign. Got the useful ones, and she has Investigate Alien Activity, so we do have the ability to get do stuff with alien activity. If anything, looking at both of these, they kind of overlap a bit. Now we got Hostile Takeover, Detain, Investigate, Inspire, Turn, Investigate Alien Survey on one. The other one only has Public Campaign and Coup d'etat as different from the other one. This one is Government, useful for getting particular orgs, mainly government orgs. You need to have a government counselor for on the counselor themselves. Family ties, so we don't want India to be nuked. Eminent, or the other one had that, so that's more influence. So we're going to actually get a pretty decent amount of influence here. They're collectively making up about half our influence gain right now, the two leaders here. Suffer -1 loyalty every time the council's faction commits an atrocity, so we're being encouraged not to commit atrocities. Lobbyist, +5 funding priority for our control points. Okay. And then if you come into here, give them streetwise to give them a little bit of protection, more protection in India, which we can probably pass up on. Affluent for a little bit of money income, but we can probably pass up on it. It is only 1 per month. And then Zen +1s. Could potentially upgrade to Famous, Untouchable, and Power Broker. If we were interested in funding, that would actually be potentially interesting there. Security Untouchable is always interesting. Famous is a little bit more hit or miss. usually not that worried about influence. And then you could take up government, so you could also become government. Could become criminal. Could become national hero. Could become a survivor. Same thing, could upgrade to famous. Upgrade to nation builder from the reformer. I'm gonna pick up government. Okay, so lots of options there. Let's also look at the recruiting pool. We're probably going to be looking to pick up at least 2 really early on. Notably, we didn't have anyone who could do assassinate, I believe, right? So you've got detain Councilor. I'm going to need detain Councilor and assassinate at some point. Did any of my Councilors have reduce unrest? No. So I'm going to be looking for that as well. So, no assassinate, does have, or not, I said reduce unrest, stabilize nation. This Councilor does have stabilized nation, so this could potentially be one for stabilizing nation. Probably want to stabilize nation specifically on someone that also has access to assault asset. Stabilize increase, a little bit better in the direction we're looking. A little bit more expensive, it's twice the expensive. So you got crew. Scientists, steal and sabotage. Not the sabotage we're looking for. Diplomat. Again, another stabilization. Scientist / professor. Actually, the scientist here is tempting just because they have quick learner. Combined with computer science, this is not bad. Information science wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, they wouldn't be too bad early because they have control nation for grabbing stuff. Their persuasion's pretty bad. So quick learner would help them get into doing it quicker, I suppose. They're really more an investigator. They're an investigator with no investigation skills. Okay. Professor here, teacher, and academic. So +4 to knowledge. That is something we could eventually do with a military scientist. Okay. Probably the science I want the least at the early game, but wouldn't be too bad. But again, doesn't really have any of the missions we want. So we'd have to use orgs to get the missions. Operative. So here's got the one that wants the missions we want. Assassinate. And there, assault alien asset. So we'll want a person with command on it. We don't necessarily want our person to both be command and espionage because they're going to be doing different things. Though this wouldn't be the worst. Oppression. That's probably what we're not going to do as America, but a different start checklist would be pretty good. Because if you're running oppression, you probably want to minimize how much you're running it. This is another government, hard target, low profile, aware, undercover. From Chile. We might come back to her. She might pick up specifically for the espionage capacity, which is the purge, assassinate, that shindig. Fixer, cynic, undercover, conspiracy theorist. Stabilize, extract, no assault alien asset. So that's going to be the problem. Is we're going to have to probably find someone with or we're going to have to find org unless we're going to do it on our operative as well. Okay, I'm not seeing a lot of good command operatives. You have the political power to pick her up. She meets my desired goals right now. The biggest thing she's lacking right now is assassinate, or is not assassinate, has assassinate, is like public campaigning. It's this very first couple cycles here, we're going to be doing a lot of like public campaigning sort of stuff, which is what she's missing. Right now, we can only take 1 of 4 of them. It's either the diplomat, the scientist, the diplomat, or the operative. What I think I'll come back to is we've got, if we go to this one, we've got 4 slots. We're going to work on trying to get the 5th slot like right away. Because we've got 4 slots, I think I want to pick someone up right away. I think I will go ahead and take the quick learner here. Precisely because for what we want right now, not very good. But we'll get better quicker. And in the long run, innovative, computer scientist, quick learner. Like, that's a good set of traits. We're willing to sort of take a subpar person right off the starting line to get someone who will get better. And then we'll probably get the operative on the next cycle. Oh, no. That one. Okay, so that's going to be a first 3.
Acknowledged.
Right now, the thing you've got that... Okay, I suppose I could send you out to control point. We'll pass on that. We're going to send you to go explore.
On the way to the target site.
Go investigate that.
What's the op?
Ready.
We're going to do an America opener. So really the question here is, do we
Acknowledged.
try to
At your
coup
service.
Kazakhstan? I think the answer right now is no. Because we don't have anything that can raise and rest. It may make sense to go for Kazakhstan first, though, because apparently 6 persuasion is not quite delivering me my goals. Our first primary goal is, of course, is to get stuff next to America, which is Mexico and Canada. Secondary goals is pick up Kazakhstan. Tertiary goals are actually to get into America itself. We want to kind of deny people getting into America and not necessarily get into it ourselves. 41% is... Actually, you have public campaign. You're the one person I have who has public campaign. Start public campaigning in Canada.
I will try to sway the public.
Where do you need me?
And this is our America Councilor. Turn 1 has 0% chance to get into America, 10% for Canada, 7% for Mexico, and where I think I'm going to send you, 32%. Ooh, or I could send you around to improve. I think we'll hold off for the Inspires, to be fair. Yeah, let's a little bit of gamble going for Kazakhstan with 32%, but let's do that.
Establishing control.
And then investment-wise from research, we want to do We Are Not Alone, max speed. If we think we have enough, and we might if we get some lucky rolls on our stuff, we'll swap over to doing doing some other stuff in addition to it. I suppose we can look at nation-wise. Where is our support the highest? Highest we got is Colombia, Philippines. Maybe wouldn't have been too bad if I start to try to do something in EU. Nah. Basically, we don't have any support anywhere, so we're starting from scratch. The biggest control point places. Maybe not surprising the economy is fairly strong. Good to see that basically no one has any power in China. Academy Protectorate, okay. Protectorate, okay. Okay. So I think that's going to be our first couple turns, or first turn here. We're going to see what we get. Influence sounds good. Research sounds good. Once we actually get really into it, this is only like 15 a month research income. We're actually already pulling 37 with just counselors. So this is only a 50% increase, and it's going to go down over time. As tempting as I am to go with it. Income again, similar sort of thing. It's basically a choice between the ops and the influence. I think I'm going to go with the ops. Also, I think that gave us a advisory team. No, the advisory team is just the next event. Okay, UN Security Council meets. The choice really here is between ops and influence. And given the circumstances, we're going to go influence.
We believe we can join them as
Academy
brothers
did
and
basically the
sisters.
same choice we did.
The people
Everyone
will
else
come to
apparently
our
went
side.
quiet, stayed quiet. And of course, our councils responded because we opened up to the world and explained what we're planning on doing. All nations gain some cohesion as we unite around the common interest
Here's
in
what we
aliens.
We have found something, Commander.
And this is one of the reasons we did do that explore right at the beginning, is 20 influence, 20 science. So we are basically going to be able to grab whatever councilor we want. We'll open research. Okay, so we can see a little bit of how all the factions are investing. We are off to a good lead with We Are Not Alone. We'll do alien signatures. We'll do like 70-25 towards alien signatures. I want it done, but I don't need it done like now.
We failed to take control.
And failure. Failure was kind of expected. So, because we've been improving our support here, we have a much better chance of getting into it. 25. Also, declaring yourselves to the world in 3, I think, helped a little bit with Kazakhstan. 34%, still pretty bad.
What's the op?
And we did get enough, we can go ahead and grab the next councilor. So unless the operative went away, the operative is not gone, we'll probably do the operative. Because I do really want that purge and assassinate. And yeah, we could get them the fixer, but the government hard target aware sort of combo I think is going to work a little bit better. Oh, and I should probably go into my leaders here and actually spend some of their political power. So you are my American. I'll go National Hero just for the +3 persuasion in home nation. Money, money. Maybe not a bad idea to grab money early. I'm not going to rush off to that. Your working public campaign. Too worried about funding yet. You have government. I think you're going to pick up some persuasion right now. Make it a little bit better about the campaign. You are the quick learner we grabbed. Honestly, looking to pick up some orgs. So, what does this give you? Surveil location, investigate counselor, investigate alien activity, and advise. That does not actually sound too bad. You also have a decent amount of science. So yeah, you're probably going to be science investigate early on. So giving you decent investigate org is not a bad idea. And that gives them some of the more important missions they need for investigate. To start with, right? So this is going to give us investigate counselor and some survey missions. And then I do have some money, so it does make sense to maybe pick up these money ones, sort of to temporarily get more money income. Got admin 1, admin 5, 7. It's going to pick up them. We'll wait a little bit, we might be able to have enough to pick up the next one.
Ready for my mission.
Okay, so Renata here, in theory, has +9 for going to America, which is still not enough. Getting closer. Getting closer. 25 for Canada, so we'll let the public campaigning work a little bit more there. I think we'll just try again here.
We'll be running this
Kazakhstan.
place in no time.
Ready.
Ready for orders. We will bring it down.
Ready for my mission.
9%. 11% for the Gulf states. I think of a wealthy place I can go take my head in for profit. No, we did end up getting contact. Go ahead and take advantage of the fact that we've got contact with the Academy. We'll see if we do some trades there. It's probably a little bit too early for that to be really valuable, but we shall see.
We'll open a channel.
Though our methods may differ, we both wish to safeguard humanity.
We don't have any projects. Yeah, too early for anything to really matter. They have a slightly better economy org than I do. Don't think they'd support a trade. At least not with the resources I have. No. We'll give them $1 for saying hi.
We have moved the needle.
Their leaders remain in power.
Might seem that I'm raising weird that I'm raising unrest in Kazakhstan.
We still lack support.
One way for us to improve the boost we're going to get from Kazakhstan is to carry out a coup d'etat well, basically carry out a revolution in Kazakhstan. So we could raise that. We will raise that. Likelihood that we have one of those. 37 versus 34. Okay, so it is time to just jump on over and try Canada.
Bringing them to our side.
Reporting in. Investigating target.
Standing by for orders.
And continue just trying to create some rest.
The people will rise.
End of next cycle, we should probably be able to give you more something. In fact, we can give you, because you have a quick learner, we can give you something right now. Not really ready to give you government. We can see that the orgs have rotated. If we had more political power, we'd probably grab things like the special forces, but well, JPL as well. Knowledge funding boost with the mission control does cost a little bit of money. This is government org, government org, government org. Oh, not a government org, but can't be criminal. Government org. Don't have the money for that. Espionage one isn't too bad. Oh, though those espionage ones require criminal. Wait, early on here, I think we're gonna go persuasion. Make them just that little bit better with what they're actually
Ready for orders.
gonna probably be doing early on, which is we need to obtain control of these things.
They are here to cleanse our...
And we've found the servants.
We've got some intel on our target.
Probably where we found the servants. Go
Public
say hello to the
opinion
servants.
is
I don't think we're
moving
gonna
in our
get any
direction.
terms. Oh, hello, Charlie. Yeah, this is hello, chat. This is a fairly big game. We'll see how well it goes. Continuing to improve relations in Canada.
Their government remains stable.
Up to 50% chance in
We
Canada.
were unable to establish control.
No luck as of yet.
The trick is not to look
We have
directly at what you're
Skywatch.
trying to see.
Someone else went ahead and pushed Skywatch out. So someone's going straight for deep space, or D system. Monitor our entire solar system. Okay, so the Academy is probably going to have a bad day with that. Surprisingly, we are not alone. We control, we are not alone, but it's not going as fast as I would have liked. Though apparently that's because I'm the only one researching it, which is a state. I suppose I could go say hello to the servants. I am not And other than severance, we don't know where anyone is. Okay. 2 control nation. What is Kazakhstan up to? 12. Could pay influence, but I really want to pay the influence onto something else to get it up to 56.
We'll bring this nation to our side.
Okay, nothing yet money-wise. Let's go ahead and run the assignments and things are all forward. The likelihood we're getting into Canada is going up in every cycle.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The people find no justice today.
We got our people in place.
63% does make a decent roll.
We failed to take control.
Okay, so I'm going to do something a little bit weird. Yeah, we're going to found a space program. Funding spoils, yeah, something like that. We need money early on, so we're going to do funding and spoils, get some money. We're going to work on getting that space program up so we can do mission control.
Standing by.
And we can get going. 2/3 chance.
We'll bring this nation to our side.
Ready to go.
We're at the point where it's better to try in Canada than it is in Kazakhstan. I think this will be the last cycle where I have our
Standing
public,
by.
public campaigner actually improve relations in Canada, because I think the relations in Canada are high enough. So there's one thing we can also do. Let's do unity in Canada. That'll give us basically public relations improvement there as well. Looking at the councilors, what do we have in the pool? Still basically the same councilors by the looks of it. The professor here is a little interesting because I can get academic teacher, military scientist off of them. Evangelist is maybe also a little bit tempting for the more public campaign, but we can make do with that. Another public campaigner. I'd rather turn someone we have into a public campaigner than fire someone and recruit another public campaigner.
بالصراط والبقرة teaches that in the creed.
Space. So, of the 3 choices, we chose none of them. Because the AI have just like abandoned trying to do We Are Not Alone or doing the other ones and stuff. Honestly, they haven't done ones that are completely messed. Well, the first choice isn't really a choice, right? It's what you go after the first choice. That's the choice. And they haven't picked ones that are particularly bad. Where can I find this in tech tree? Like Orbital Hab, we're gonna want Orbital Hab at some point, or Outpost Hab. We start with Orbital Hab. Because that's what we need to colonize places. The biggest problem with them picking that up is then they're more likely to be able to do mission to Moon or mission to Mars well before we're ready. But yeah, otherwise that's not really a problem. Deep space is not a problem. Weirdly, this is probably going to be bad for the Academy because there's an event environment for the Academy, but that's about it.
We are winning their
Public
hearts and
campaign
minds.
finished. We got half the
The
opinion
revolution
in
will not be today.
Canada. Advisory team. So we can work on economy, boost, military army. So it's probably the first and last, and we're doing America. We're gonna have to do welfare. Once we're done with the welfare, we're gonna want to do knowledge. So yeah, emphasis on aid.
We've gained significant support.
And there we go. We got 2 of the 3 in
We're
Canada.
unable to establish control.
And that'll help a little bit with teching. So we're now expected to have this done in December. And that's going it alone. That's no one helping us. Would like to contest the other ones, but we don't really have enough tech yet, I think, to contest the other ones. Yeah, not even enough. Actually, if you invest anything in any of the ones, we don't have enough to complete. Maintain control of the one we're working on. Okay. It's public campaigner. We either want to move to Mexico next or Kazakhstan. Let's move to Kazakhstan
Making our
next and try to get
case.
that.
Where to?
At your
boost.
service.
We're not really competing for the last place on
Bringing
Canada,
them on
so we're gonna
board.
send you over.
I'm here.
You're going.
We'll be running this
36%
place
chance.
in no time.
At your service.
Do we have any rest in Canada? No. Do you have some rest in Mexico? Start working on the rest in Mexico.
Restoring order.
Okay. And then we just confirm the movement, move forward.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public support has risen by 3%, now up to 6%.
Things are cooling off.
We still lack support.
Failure, not a critical failure,
We
not gonna
failed
worry
to
too much
take
about it.
control.
Okay. We have enough money, we can now grab one of these. I'm more interested in the science one than I am the money. Let's go find our scientist here and assign the science one. 5% more social science, we're less worried about that. +1 science stat and 14 monthly science is not bad. It might actually be enough that I can start investing in something else. We'll see. Actually, I'll probably start investing in something else when alien signatures
The
are
people
done.
will come to our side.
Violence is abating.
Here we go.
Commander, we appear to have an...
Reports of continuing surface of missing animals and such. Next one actually requires deep system skywatch, so that's fine. More objectives. Like that. We're not actually going to invest in that. We know 3 ticks on that was enough. If I can, I want to control the outpost one. Looks like if I invest... Yeah, so I can invest 50% in something else. It's not enough to take control of Outpost Tab or Deep System Skywatch. Do something like that. It'll give us a bit of an idea when we get more ability to invest if we can take control of the other ones away. I suppose that would be one reason to try to take over more Canada more aggressively. So the favorite, we're
Our
gonna need
presence
that.
is growing.
And we hit the 37% roll. So there is full control of Canada. With that, I don't really need Unity anymore. Funding, spoils, found, space program. Spoils mainly so that we have enough money to...
We still
Line
lack
works.
support.
Okay. You're also going to come over and start to take over Kazakhstan.
Taking
This person's,
control.
for the very early game, is not very strong. Let's be fair. Okay, so we don't have the influence for any of the really good orgs. We can pick up more money. Half economy spoils, or focus economy. Oh, you also have space mining, so you're just going to be better in the long run. Here we go.
They are not life forms.
Nope, there's humanity first. We might send our bad control point person over to just hello to humanity first.
Our case remains unheard.
Ooh. Roll the 92.
Things are stabilizing.
We were unable to establish control.
We failed to take control.
Okay. So you go... Oh, we know about Humanity First, we don't know where they are. I'm gonna guess that that's
Eyes
Humanity
on
First.
target.
Just a guess. Because, actually, to be fair, they kind of said hello to us. I think they found us, not we found them on our last tick. Last pass. If that is the
I
case,
have
then we should be
new
able to find out.
information.
Yeah, that's Humanity First, so next cycle we can do some trade with them. Second alien lands in Earth. In Murmansk region
We have
in
moved
Russia.
the needle.
Order is returning.
Our only hope is to...
And the Protectorate presumably just found us. To be fair, we're probably not the only one trying to contest
We
Kazakhstan here.
failed to take control.
Okay, go say hello to Humanity First.
Reaching out.
I'd like to establish decent relations with them, because one of the things you can do when your faction we're playing as is share info with Humanity First and then have Humanity First kill people for you. Sort of under the table, because you and Humanity First don't like the same people. Okay, we can grab the other money one. My operative. So you're my operative. Your job is, in the long run, to kill things. In the short run, I do need you to have some admin, so you're gonna have some admin. So that if we do have the willpower to pick things up, they have the space to pick things up. Could grab Survivor. You can pick something up. You're right now my public campaigner, so giving you more persuasion to be better at persuading is not a bad idea. And I suppose you're also effectively my admin counselor, so we'll go and give another money one as well.
Establishing contact.
Hello?
Your heart is in the right place.
What can I go
but your
for with a
methods are
non-aggression pact?
insufficient to meet the threat.
Maybe one of the orgs? You... Okay, so you've got orgs to trade, I've got orgs to trade. I would want your science one, but you're not probably going to trade that for me. Trade that to me. Okay, that's an interesting play. That'll get me the Councilor gear. It's going to cost me 30 income a month, but I think I can work that. And in the non-aggression package, it's nice. Okay. That'll kick in the beginning of the next cycle.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
The situation remains chaotic.
The dreamer in me wants to believe it
There
would
we
bring a golden age of advancement and prosperity for all mankind. But I'm a realist. I know better. Any
Okay,
race
so-
advanced enough to find us would be advanced enough to end us, likely without even regarding us. Commander Fiona Ayawade, NATO Symposium on First Contact.
Okay. So there's our leader happen to be talking about their opinions on the alien contact. That's also the completion of the one we were focusing on, which is We Are Not Alone. Okay, what do I want to get to? I want to get into mining, probably. Space mining, refining, mass drivers, advanced electromagnetics. Yeah, okay, let's do advanced electromagnetics. Oh, and I need to back off some techs apparently to keep that control. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna back off. We're about to get a project, and when we get that project, everything is being focused on that project to get it done as soon as possible. Maintaining control of electromagnetics be damned. That is the case.
Our supporters are in place.
There we go. First of the 2 cosmics. Or points. That's not what we're doing in Kazakhstan. No build army, no military. Initially here, we're going to basically max unity and leave everything else off. The reason is we max unity, that'll raise our public opinion, which will make everyone just more effective in the location. How badly do I want the second point? I actually quite badly want the second point, so we're going to repeat and continue here. Okay, as tempting as it is to go say hello to Humanity First again, I don't have anything to trade them, so...
Investigating alien
let's
sites.
investigate the aliens, get our tech boost from that.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Yep, repeat,
Things
continue.
are cooling off.
Repeat, continue. That's
Recon
it.
complete.
Our presence is growing.
Okay, we got the second point. They were saying a point somewhere was vulnerable. I think it just got taken over anyway. Was vulnerable to being purged. There we go. Second one. We're gonna do Unity. I am still thinking of maybe trying to do the meta strat of doing a coup in Kazakhstan. That's obviously going to be easier to do if we have good control of Kazakhstan. There we go. That's the project we're looking for. Open research. Audience research, no. Clandestine cells, yes. Everything into clandestine cells. Yeah, the 21st of March. Everything into it. Get it done. %3 in Mexico. Oh, I suppose you could go take over Uzbekistan. What is actually the place where you have the highest probability of success? It's probably pretty terrible. The Caribbean states. I don't need that right now. But I'm on board with you doing that. That's actually not a bad target.
Ready.
Ready for orders.
You're gonna go to...
Ready for orders.
Okay. What do we got in the marketplace right now? Got 100 political power, but it'd have to be government one if it was 100 influence. We would like the jet propulsion labs if we can pick it up just for the mission control. Research at the beginning here. Door ink isn't bad. That's a lot of money though. I might try to save up specifically for door ink, so let's not spend money then. Here's the quick learner. We'll grab some more persuasion on the quick learner. Let's actually do some inspire. Oh, even that's pretty bad. Okay, never mind. We'll do control nation. Yeah, we're just gonna take a gamble, and it's only 9%.
Standing by for orders.
This is where having more public campaigners is useful because then you can get ahead of where you're grabbing stuff by having public campaigners in multiple locations, or having your control nation people also be public campaigners, so they can public campaign in preparation for what they're going to need to do. Okay. So yeah, we're going to raise our opinion here.
Reporting in.
What's the increase in rest chance in Kazakhstan? 25%. we have an easier time. Okay, so stabilize is just based on national population. Cohesion is a buff to it, whereas stabilize has cohesion as the anti-buff. Population support is both for and against because it's the Academy is also here. We haven't suppressed enough to get the Academy one down. Coup d'etat, we have 7%, which obviously isn't enough to do. Okay, we'll just continue stabilizing in Mexico.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
Mexico is where we're going next. It's just trying to maximize the boost from Kazakhstan if we stay in Kazakhstan. Xenology lab, yeah, we're going to want to research that at some point.
Violence is
probably once we can control all the meta percussion techs. Let's go. You might as well repeat and continue because
there are two types of people in this world:
stuff in
those who think only of home, and those
that's
who
the
think
outpost tabs. We weren't able to control that. I'm not too worried. Orbital shipbuilding is something we're gonna have to do eventually. So that being in the queue is fine.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
We've gained significant support.
And we have the Caribbean states. So this is actually something that I have learned between runs, is that the Caribbean states start with a claim on an American territory, most notably, I think it's Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico, yeah. And giving Puerto Rico to the Caribbean states helps to stabilize the United States. Because one of the cohesion issues here is geographic population distribution. So Puerto Rico is, as you might imagine, not very close to mainland America. So giving it away helps to stabilize the country by making the country physically more cohesive. So that might actually be something we do, is give Puerto Rico back to the Caribbean states temporarily. Okay, repeat. I have to put the mission desired on Caribbean states. Policy-wise, or priority-wise, don't make the bomb. Don't make an army. Don't improve your military. Found space program is tempting. Don't worry about the government, or the knowledge, or the economy. Yeah, funding space program. Mostly so that we can get... Well, this is actually going to be a pretty good place for boost, but mostly so we can get mission control early on. Okay. If we can, we want to save it for Door Inc. If we can, we probably want to save it for jet propulsion. Though Geospatial Intelligence Agency would also be nice. We got a lot of things we want to influence for, basically. So we want to be raising public opinion across the globe. Anything that's maybe an argument for being a little disappointed in the fact that we only have one person to do public campaigning. You're one of my controllers. We want to raise your persuasion. Long run, you might end up as an investigator, but right now you need to persuade people. You need to be persuasive. Okay. Outpost core. Yeah, that's something what I said is a focus.
Our efforts didn't have any effect.
Okay, just try again. 92's
Behold,
happen.
no sway in their minds.
That's the opposite of what you're supposed to be doing.
We were unable to establish control.
Oof, just failing all the rolls today.
We're taking over.
Did get the first one. Okay. So that's Mexico. For the moment, we'll do funding, we'll do on-space program, and we'll do Do a little bit of spoils. Okay. We're basically going to continue doing that.
Your orders?
We will check what is America up to. America is up to 1. If I was to dump influence into it, we could get it up to 9. And this is on the national hero that gets +3 persuasion dealing with America. So this is why we want both countries on both sides. Neighbors help. We don't quite have the 150 for JPL. JPL falls off, we're probably saving up for you. You fell off, we'd probably be saving up for Federal Bureau of Investigations. So that's expensive. Okay.
Things are stabilizing.
Stabilizing Mexico a little bit.
The people will come to our side.
Proving opinion there. That's deep space
How
telling
could
us
one so
stuff.
young,
Yep, deep space.
coddled as you are by the modern world, begin to understand what
And they replace deep space with mission to the moon, and I am in no way ready for mission to the moon. So we will probably have no control over this moon. Research alien origin, yes, so that's a favorite.
We failed to take control.
We were unable to establish control.
Your orders? Bringing them to our side.
Oh yeah, we had a slight turnover and stuff, so the Door Corporation is gone. Not too worried about the double gear. That'll be better on later on. Ithaca, espionage, Safest espionage. Okay. Biggest problem with both of those, they cost a little bit of influence. JPL is still hanging around. So JPL on our scientists here would not be a bad idea. Sure. Oof, now we're money negative. Mother of month. Okay. Just gonna take over more nations. February 26. And then we'll try to pick one of these to reestablish control over.
Every circumstance is an opportunity.
It's no business of ours if you wish to throw your lives away.
Initiative is talking to me. They want to buy this off of me just for pure relations. I kind of don't want to give them that, because that is investigate influence. At least for nothing. I don't want to give it to them nothing. Could be tempted to give it up for some income. Don't think they're willing to give me an income one back. No. That's a fair trade. How much do you need to be happy with a non-aggression pact? So, like, 150 maybe? Yeah. 130. I'll buy a non-aggression pact for 130.
Things are cooling off.
Public opinion remains unmoved.
No luck at improving public opinion.
We're taking over.
There's the second point in the Caribbean states. I actually need more income, so do some spoils in the Caribbean state as well.
We still lack support.
Establishing control.
Whatever the political power to pick one of these up. If I want to be doing Purge, we probably do want that in the long run. Don't really need it right now, and yeah, we'll pick it up right now because at least that one, because that one also has some influence on it. +1 monthly influence is not bad. Okay.
It has always been true.
Violence is a baby.
Let's put some unity here. Try to get Mexico helping us unify Mexico.
To them.
We're not rolling the best these days, apparently.
We failed to take control.
We still lack support.
The new normal setting in. An ideal world, we'd be in America already. But the lack of public campaigning on the starting councils here is not going quite hand in hand with that. Okay. Let's change up Kazakhstan a bit. We got enough support in Kazakhstan.
Your orders.
6% for coup d'etat in Kazakhstan. We could push up to 28, but that'd be most of our ops, which is a bad idea. Increase in rest is 32%. Quite interesting, we got popular support on both sides, both for and against. So you're not really supposed to increase public support against yourself, or increase in rest against yourself. That's probably what's going on there. Okay. We'll just stick to stabilizing Mexico.
We'll turn down the heat.
Redheaded is... Oh, and we now know they have not come in peace, so roughly half the control points belonging to the Academy will suffer crackdown for 12 months. That doesn't really affect us. They're not in any of the places we want to be. What will help us is the Academy suffers a massive loss of public opinion around the world, and all nations move cohesion towards more extreme values. Public opinion to the Academy is one of the bigger ones in the United States, so that will, in theory, help us a little bit with getting the United States. And it
With each
destabilizes
passing day, humanity
Kazakhstan a
shatters
little
the
bit.
boundaries of the possible. It is our certain destiny to...
Okay, that was the one I picked. Sadly, I didn't get a chance to invest very much in it. Deep space propulsion concepts is something that I'd like to do anyway. So that's not too bad.
Order is returning.
We hold no sway in their minds.
Suffering from the proverbial XCOM in Mexico. Third alien arriving in Urumqi, China. So, apparently the aliens are liking landing in Asia.
We still lack support.
We were unable to establish control.
Canada has their space program. Yes. Don't do boosts in Canada. You got the space program, so you can get mission control. Okay, we're profitable again. Yeah, we're going to grab you the other purge one, or the other espionage one. Okay, back around to us. Hopefully we're gonna get better control
Where to?
here. Getting a little bit fed up with you failing. So we're gonna give you a small budget here. 10 jumps by 9, 20 gives another 7. Or yeah, we'll go for 81%
I will tell our
chance here.
story.
I don't yet have the influence. Honestly, I'd like that too, but we're not going for that right now. Don't have the influence to grab any of the stuff we want here. That's what we're not necessarily using influence to grab states right this moment.
We have moved the needle.
Here we go. It's 30% in Mexico.
Mum's last years were a blur of doctors and treatments. By that point, every movement was painful. The one thing she loved was her aquatic therapy. Whenever I was home on leave, I'd take her to the pool for hours. Weightless, smiling, free. Commander Fiona Ayawade, during a psychological evaluation.
Okay. So with that, they did orbital shipbuilding. Advanced carbon manipulation is, again, another one I don't mind them picking up. What I don't want them picking up this early is, well, didn't really want them to do Moon, definitely don't want them to do Mars, because then they're running off to Mars without us. So we really need to be in America to do stuff in Mars. Clandestine cells! So that'll give us our 5th Councilor. We'll queue Alien Origins up. Maybe a little preemptive to grab that. One with the least investment is advanced carbon manipulation, so we'll try to take control of that. And it does look like we will be able to get control of it if we focus everything on it.
We got our people in place.
There we go. Another point in
Cleaning
Mexico.
things
We failed to take control.
Putting our people in place.
Something a little more with quick corner can get decent and get even better. Oh, and it looks like we're not on par. Well, we might speed up as we take over more stuff. We'll see. With clandestine cells, it is time to pick the 5th Councilor. But looking at the time, I've let this episode already go over an hour, so I should really put in a part break for YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to leave you in a cliffhanger, and the cliffhanger is going to be, what sort of Councilor do we take for number 5? I'm hoping to get a public campaigner. We've got people who can do the other stuff we need. We've got people who can do investigate, we've got people who can do espionage, we've got people who can do command. Science is not really that active. We've actually got a scientist. Security is not dying. Admin, everyone ends up doing admin in practice. So really you're just looking for the admin actions really there. So right now I probably want more public campaigning. If we get a public campaigner, we might not keep the public campaigner. We might swap it over to a different discipline later. Same sort of thing if we get like a... The other one I'm looking for is command. I'm looking for someone who has the command missions. But that'll be the cliffhanger. We'll come back to that in the next part. So if you're watching YouTube, I hope you have been enjoying. There'll be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to mute the mic and drink probably like the rest of the tea in that cup. And then we'll be right back to recording. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. And with that, bye for now.